morning, everybody. So I have got two issues that I want to discuss this morning. The one is the FSCA press release that came out on the 19th of June, where the FSCA urges financial institutions to verify the validity of CPD providers. Now, what the FSCA has become aware of is that an entity known as LearnOn Pty Limited has been offering CPD services to financial services providers, but they do not have the necessary authorization. Now, why is it important that these CPD providers have the necessary authorization? Is because of Board Notice 194 of 2017 that determines in the fit and proper requirements that every CPD activity that is claimed for verifiable CPD by a rep or a KI needs to be approved by a professional body. Now, what happened was that LearnOn issued CPD certificates bearing the logo of the FPI without authorization and has used FPI reference numbers that are either invalid or linked to other approved CPD providers. Attempts to reach out to LearnOn regarding these concerns via email and telephone have been unsuccessful. Now, the issue with the fact that this is not verified is that programs and providers may result in financial institutions not meeting their CPD requirements as outlined in Board Notice 194. So the issue is if a company trusted this company LearnOn to actually host their CPD, and the representatives completed that in good faith, that this is where the company sent them, the consequence would be that at this point in time, the CPD that these reps did is actually not verifiable, it's actually not valid, and cannot be claimed for the 18 or 12 or 6 hours that they need to do for the FSCA fit and proper requirements. It is an issue that we picked up a while ago, and we take it very seriously, and I can in all honesty say that most of the CPD providers out there are licensed, and it's very easy to check. If you want to make sure, send an email to certification@fpi.co.za and we will verify whether a CPD provider is currently on our list and is currently verified. Then the second set of news I want to share with you this morning is actually really hot off the press. So FPI is releasing its first results for the Capstone course and the financial plan component that we launched on the 1st of January this year. Now, this is the new way of assessment for certified financial planners after we changed the process from the old professional competency examinations in the past. Now, I can tell you from personal experience, this was a fascinating exercise to have the candidates go through an 8-week course where we teach them to draft a financial plan, add some value to their businesses, and then give them a case study that they have 4 weeks to complete. In terms of a rubric, it is then assessed, and we are now at the point where we can release the first results. So first of all, I want to congratulate the candidates that passed this financial planning case study. Our pass mark is about the same as it was in the previous PCEs. We ended up on a 43% pass rate. It is in line with what we're seeing in our multiple choice examinations and also what we saw in the PCE. So it's kept very steady. The others who did not, unfortunately, make it, remember that there is a second submission window where you can take the feedback that you received from FPI, rework your plan, have a good look at it, and resubmit it to us to see if you can reach that 60% pass rate. Now, let me give you some highlights from what we saw in this examination. We had 137 candidates that registered for the course, 132 submitted financial plans. And as I said, we had a 43% pass rate. Average score across all submissions was 52%, more or less. Some very interesting facts. Candidates from FPI professional practices achieved the highest pass rate at 83%, with an average score of 66.47%. Independent client-facing professionals outperformed their corporate counterparts in this financial plan component with a 66% pass rate compared to 43%. And then one of the interesting statistics we found is that candidates with 3 to 5 years of experience demonstrated the strongest performance by the experienced group, achieving a 53% pass rate and an average score of almost 60%. What is very interesting is that people with 0 to 3 years achieved just a little bit lower, but candidates with 6 years plus did not do that well. And what our thinking is that it's maybe a little bit more difficult if you're set in your own ways after a certain amount of years to come through and change the way that you are thinking about the financial plan. Fascinating stuff. We will release a full report on this that will be available on the website. So keep an eye open. If you are one of the lucky ones, or if you have someone in your practice that partook in this first Capstone course, hold their hands. And then if not, and you have someone that maybe want to try out the new Capstone course in financial plan, I will be holding sessions the next 2 weeks online with everybody that is interested to explain how it works. We are really finding at FPI that this course and the financial plan assessment is adding immense value to our new candidates. It's not just another examination. It is a training session and they are learning so much. The feedback is overwhelmingly positive.